Hi, we're going to talk a little bit about your final project, and before you watch this video it would be good to review the final project documents in Blackboard and see what types of resources you will be using for your final project. Essentially, you will be looking in the library website and you will be looking for academic resources. You'll also be looking for trade organizations in terms of periodicals or magazines that are published specifically for your career field. And so if you take a look here, we're looking at the university website, and up here, right where my mouse is, that's where the library site is. So if you click here on library, you'll see that you're looking at the library services website. This is not Google, so we've left the public web here, and anything you find here using the library resources will be academic in quality. And so if I want to look for my topic, I'm going to use the example of robotics in medicine. That's a current trend right now in terms of people using robotics in the healthcare field. And so here under the search box, I can type robotics and medicine. Click enter to search. And so you'll see here, this will look very different from a Google search. If you can click up here to log in using your net ID or your university ID. And so here we're looking at all the resources for robotics and medicine. And over here on the left-hand side, you'll see that I can limit by the publication date. So I want to pick some more current resources than that. So I'll say 2007. That'll be the last 10 years. And click enter. You can also click and drag this bar if you'd prefer that. And so a couple of things here. The first thing is you can start looking up at the top, and I can see that this is streaming media. So I could view this just by clicking on it and watching it. And this will be, if I hover here over this magnifying glass right here, I'll see that there's a summary, and it's the abstract of what I will see here. And so this video will show me information about the Da Vinci robot. It says here that this is a heart bypass surgery with robotic support. Robotic support has vastly improved this surgery. And so if I've just started doing research here on my topic again being robotics and medicine, here I have a video that I could use, and I could use this on my annotated bibliography. And what that means is I would want to watch the video. I would want to write up a short description of how this video would help me understand this trend a little bit better. And so by watching this video, I would know more about robotics being used in surgery. The great thing about using the library catalog for finding these resources is you can get a citation rather than having to build a citation from scratch. So I could click that title, and then if I wanted to watch the video, I would click here where there's online access, and I would click this link to watch it. But if I want to cite that video, I would look over here on the right hand side, and I can click cite, and you'll be using MLA style for this project. So I can scroll down here, and I see that here is the MLA citation. So I would highlight that, I would copy that, and then I would paste that onto my annotated bibliography. And there will be a second video that you can watch that shows you how to create an annotated bibliography. Essentially, you'll be highlighting that, copying and pasting that onto your bibliography, and then the annotations will be underneath that citation. And it will be a brief description of how this how this resource will help you better understand your topic. And so that's one reason why you can X out here to close that. That's one reason why it's so nice to use the library resources, because they have the citation button right here. And so I can go back to my result list by clicking up here under result list. And if I know that what I was looking for in this case was a academic journal or a magazine or a news article, because you'll want to find one of each of those things, I can scroll down here, and here on the left hand side you'll notice that I can narrow by news. So I can click here on news, and then everything that I'm looking at here is news. You see here I'm circling with the mouse. It shows that all those are newspapers. And so, for instance, if I want to use this example here, this is from 2016, so that's a little bit current. That's just last year. This one here is 2017, if I wanted that one. But let's say here, this is a resource number 4, is paralyzed man feels again by using mind-controlled robotic arm. Again, I can hover over here, and if there's an abstract, it'll show it to me, so I can get a little bit of a sense of what that article is about. And then if I decide that I would like to use this, it's a news article, I could click that. I can read the whole item over here, and you may need to log in up at the top again. You may need to log in using your ID and password to view the whole thing if you're not on campus. But I can also click over here and cite and scroll down to the MLA citation. And so here I have the MLA citation for a newspaper article about my topic. I can close that out again. And by doing this, let me go back one more here to result list. By doing this, you can find most of the resources that you need for your annotated bibliography. So you can find your, here on the left, I'll uncheck news. So I would have just found that newspaper article that I could use. I can also find a trade publication. That'll be a magazine that's specifically for your field of study. I can find a book. I can find an academic journal. I can find a magazine. And then again, there was a video. There's audio. There's video. And so you can just click on the one that you want to find that, and then go back to the main list by unchecking that source. So I can say, show me the trade publications. And here I have current, so November 2016. I have current trade publications. This one happens to be about health management technology. And I can view what that's about by hovering right there. And I can say, okay, this is about, this looks to be about a Watson cloud-based artificial intelligence platform designed by IBM. And this happens to be about radiology and picture archiving. So that's one way that robotics and computers are a current trend and currently changing the way that health management technology is working. And so that would be a trade publication, because I've clicked trade publication down here. So I know that everything that I'm looking at is a trade publication. And I would click that. I would want to read it to make sure that it's one that I want to use. So I would click that PDF full text. If you're not on campus, because this is not free information, if you're not on campus, you'll have to click to log in and to view that and read it. And then when you determine that that is something that you want to use, you click that Cite button, scroll down to MLA, copy, paste that onto your works cited bibliography, and then add your annotations below the citation. And again, there will be another video to show you, if you don't already know, how to add annotations below a citation. But essentially you can use this library search to find all of the different types of resources that you're looking for. And there's images, there's an image search over here. You can search by full text. You can always change that publication date. And you can always filter by format to pick the specific type of information that you're looking for. So I hope that this helps you when you start doing your research on your topic. You can always start out simple when you're doing your keywords up here. And if you have any trouble finding information on the current trend that you pick, please feel free to send me an email and I can help you pick some better keywords or some different keywords that will help you to find information on your topic. All right, I hope that helps you get started, and I hope that you find some really interesting resources on your trend in your field. This can be a really interesting project if you pick something that you find interesting, because everything that you're reading about will be about something that interests you. So my eye here is coming to this story right here. If this is something that interests you, how robotics is being used in medicine, this might be an interesting periodical to read. Nanorobots that could swim in your blood. That's a cover story. It's from 2015, so in terms of a current trend, it's about 2 years old. But it still might be interesting, and it's definitely considered current if it's in the last 5 to 10 years. And you'll see here that the subject is called robotics in medicine. So I can see even there that they're using the way that I have been looking, and they're having the same subject in their search. So I hope that helps, and any questions, please let me know. I am happy to help you find keywords and find resources on your topic. Okay, good luck searching.